Okay, the set is set up and I am gonna get a drink. I'm still recovering from the flu, guys. So bear with me on this episode. Oh, let me put you right here. I have to show you guys what Christmas looks like in my casa. First, a drink though. There's something about drinking out of a plastic cup that is so nostalgic and it just makes it taste fresh. Am I the only one? Okay, it's cool. Let me give you guys the tour. Okay, so I added that there and I think I showed you guys that. And then I guess, where do I start? Oh, I put stuff at the top over there. Like you can see the little Noel bell. I put that there, which I know it's not centered, guys. Just whatever, I just stopped caring. And then I put that there. I put the little lights, all that, little trees and stuff. And then I have Jesus with the lambs, freaking Noel. And then I have these little bouquet of flowers. And guys, I am obsessed with pomegranates. I did not know how to eat pomegranates, and we went over to a friend's house for Thanksgiving. His wife, hands down, amazing. I love her. We're soulmates. It was just like, it was one of those friendships where you meet each other and you're like, I love you. And that's on period. And she had this whole centerpiece with grapes and pomegranates. And as soon as we sat at the table to eat Thanksgiving dinner, I was like, I touched the pomegranate because I thought it was fake. And I was like, oh my God, it looks so cool. And her husband was like, you can eat it. Everything here is edible. And I was like, no freaking way. So I told her, I'm not gonna lie, like I would love to eat some pomegranate. I just feel really embarrassed because I don't know how to eat it. And she was like, don't even worry about it. And she shows me how to eat the pomegranate. So me and her were downing freaking pomegranate. I think I had like a whole pomegranate while I was there, and so did she. And then I went to Sam's Club immediately the next day and got myself some pomegranate. I already ate a whole one. Jamari like could not keep up with me. He was trying to eat his and I was already done with my half, pretty much, almost. And I tapped into his and I finished it. So I'm gonna show you the tree. Oh, I got a KitchenAid, guys. This was my gift to myself. Okay, this is what you do when you have adult money and you want to treat yourself. I got a KitchenAid. I've been wanting one for a few years now, and I was like, let me wait, you know? I will also say, you're probably thinking, wow, for Christmas, it's such an extravagant gift. It's not only my Christmas present, okay? Because my birthday is on the 23rd of December, and this is a BOGO gift to myself for Christmas and my birthday. That's what I got myself. And I already put it to good use. I made some brown butter chocolate chip cookies last night. And that's why I put, you can see here, I put the 30th, AKA the 1st of December, because I did make these at 12 o'clock midnight. So take it as you will. They're delicious. This is our Christmas tree. Let me light it up for y'all. Hold up. Let me show you the rest of it. So these are the pillow covers. I switched them out, which I think I showed you all this. This is not, yeah. This I think is new. I went ahead and like put all the decor there. I have a little belief sign. And then I add little stockings to that area to make it Christmassy. I'm thinking about if I should do more. I don't know, less is more sometimes. And then I did this. I added these here because your girl has been using so much flour, and I put all my flowers and stuff in here. And then I decorated that to be Christmas. Aldi's candles, don't sleep on it. They are cheap and they last forever. I'm gonna light up the tree now. Let me put you guys in the tree really quick. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Here she is. She's got the white lights, and she switches to the colored lights. I'm gonna have this tree until the end of time, until she gives out on me. And yes, that is a nebulizer at the bottom of the tree. Like I said, we're still going through it. And then I updated our little office area to make it more of a workspace, so to speak. Because me and Jamari, we have like a little separation with our desk now. I'm gonna show you. Jamari is sponsored, so that's why that's all there. And then this is his little work area. This is a little couch. And then this is my work area. And then we have his little frames that he had already before me. And then Mario. And then I put this. This is a gift that I gave him. I think this was his Christmas gift last year, or our anniversary gift. I think this was our anniversary gift, yeah. Look how cute. It's us. Yeah. And then I have these little lights, a cloud, because I'm in the clouds. Just kidding, I'm not gonna be cringy like that. Okay, and then dream light, etc. And I organized, I didn't show you guys what this looked like before, but it was a disaster. So be proud of me. And yeah, that's an update on what my house looks like. Let's get to today's video. I didn't show you the room, but we added 2 snowflakes in our room. So it's Christmas, and then this little guy right here. Yeah, just cute little touches. Nothing extravagant. Should I open the blinds because of the light? I see a spider. Okay, wow, that's a lot better. Wow, big difference. Okay, so this week I met some amazing people, and these people are 1%. Yes, successful people in the 1 percentile, and they like shifted and supported my mind. I feel like I've been torn between my culture and like what I grew up to understand was okay, and just always having those values that like stick with me and almost control my life. I feel, to dive into it and explain it further. So I am Puerto Rican, and I talk about this all the time. I'm very proud to be Puerto Rican. We have like these family values where super close. A lot of the stereotype is like, you stay with your parents, you live with them until you get married. You know, like sometimes the men stay with their family and they do not like move forward in life. That seems to be like kind of common until they get married, until they find somebody or whatever. But they could be living with their parents till they're like 40. And a huge thing is generational poverty. I grew up with the mindset of go for, you know, whatever the world wants you to do. You know, like find a good job, go to college, prioritize those things, and prioritize having a family, getting married, and then just being alive. You know what I mean? Like there wasn't anything past that. At a young age, I always challenged that idea, and I was very independent. I was very driven to like accomplish these things that were past having a family, past just having like a regular career and all these and whatnot. I've almost died a lot of times, guys. And unfortunately, with all those experiences where I almost died, so did my dreams. So did my ambitions. I'm laughing, but like it's not funny. I just laugh because I don't know. I guess like nervous energy, and my stomach keeps growling. I don't know if you guys can hear that, but it's making me laugh. People don't talk about the fact that when you experience something so traumatic and when you feel like your world is caving down, like there is a mourning process that you have to deal with. You literally deal with grief of yourself. And for so long, like I had all these dreams. I wanted to be a YouTuber. I wanted to have my own businesses and be an entrepreneur and really like take on the world and create a legacy for the generations to come, create generational wealth and all these things. When I got really sick, and I'm still, you know, not a perfectly healthy person, I have an autoimmune disease and all whatnot, I never know like what's the next thing that's gonna happen to me. I will say I spent a majority of my life living in fear of, when am I going to be in the hospital again? When am I going to need another surgery? I'm still struggling with that. Like I'll have moments and instances where I will feel really like I can take on the world. I'll have like a clear vision of where I want to go, and then all of a sudden I'm in the hospital again. And I tell myself like, you know what? Maybe don't reach for that. Maybe just learn to be okay with not accomplishing those things. It's a very sad mindset to have, and I truly forgot the dreams that I had for myself in the process of back and forth like medical issues. Now that things have gotten, I would say, better, and I've grown to be extremely resilient, I have met a partner with the biggest drive that I have ever seen anyone have. He reminds me a lot of myself before I had such traumatic experiences. The ambition that I had, the dreams that I had, the drive that I had, he has that. There are good things and there are bad things that can come from everything, you know? Being extremely driven, all these things like can cause you to burn out, to overwork yourself, to miss out on meaningful moments with people. And finding a balance is really hard. I have battled with the thought of, is the sacrifice of my 20s not being extremely social, not, prioritizing social gatherings or people to be completely like clear? Is that worth it? Is that okay, to do in order to accomplish the things that I want in life and to get to that point where I leave a legacy, where I create generational wealth? Throughout the years, I feel like I've always battled pleasing people and always being there for people, between me being there for myself and pursuing my dreams, the things that I feel like are my purpose, that, serve others in the longevity of life, or whether I should just let those things go because they're difficult, because they would require me to do a lot on my own and make a lot of sacrifices when it comes to time. And quality time being my #1 love language is really hard to let go of that. You have to get used to people not understanding your vision or the vision that you and your partner have, and be okay with that, like truly, because there will be so many people that will not understand why you're making the sacrifices you're making, why you're deciding to live life the way that you do, whether it's working all the time, whether it's learning all the time, going back to school, whatever the case may be, whatever that looks like for you. And they will not understand. They may question you, they may make you feel guilty. You just have to remember that it's okay for other people not to understand God's vision and God's plan for you. And you have to stick to the plan. This was given to me by somebody that spent 10 years pursuing God's vision for her life with her partner. They made sacrifices. People looked down on her because of the sacrifices that she made just as a woman, And then 10 years later, they are reaping the benefits. They are living in the 1 percentile. And now people can see, what they were seeing, but they have been seeing it all along. And it's like, people just won't see that. They won't see the end vision, It's great to have like supportive people in your life, and I'm very grateful that I do. Boundaries are super important to have with everyone. I told her, I really need to hear this because I have been feeling kind of guilty for pursuing the things that I'm pursuing, because I'm not hanging out with people, I'm not seeing my family as often, and all these things. Along the way though, I have gotten confirmations from God where it's like, you are doing the right thing. You are, supposed to pursue this. For example, really, really big thing that happened. A few months ago, I told myself, like, I know I have a vision and I have a goal to make AIP more accessible to other people. Like, that's all I want to do, God. Like, AIP completely transformed my life. It's a diet that I'll go into in another video because it's a lot, but I wanted to make it more accessible to other people. I've had lots of brands like reach out to me to collaborate and whatnot. If they're not AIP products, or if they're not something that I would stand by and like recommend to somebody that I truly love, and these products are not gonna love them back or love me back, then I'm not gonna stand by it. So obviously with that comes missing, opportunities for making money, and I'm fine with that. When I first started this journey of creating content, of finding a way to make money off of social media, and then actually getting to that point where I started making money, I told myself I would never compromise my integrity. No matter how much money they offer me, no matter what they say to me, no matter if I'm struggling, no matter anything at all, I will never compromise my integrity, because I've seen so many people use their platform and compromise their integrity, promote products that are terrible that I have tried, and I cannot understand why people would allow themselves to just, I mean, I can't understand why people would recommend products that like are harmful to people, that they wouldn't use themselves, or that in my opinion are just terrible. And when I promote a product, I think about the family that's gonna spend the money, like the sacrifice of like just spending money on something, especially in this day and age. And then I think about like how harmful it could be to them if I recommend something that's harmful to them. And I know that I'm never going to be perfect, that I could recommend something that I understood was great and then we can find out later on that it's not great. I will do the best that I can though to not do that, because I care. And I think that people should care, and we live in a world where so many people just compromise their beliefs, compromise their values, their morals, just for a check. And I will never be one of those people. I've had multiple conversations with Jamari where I'm like, what if we never get rich? What if we just are comfortable financially? Like, we have to be okay with that, and we have to be proud of the work that we're putting in to our futures, to our legacy that we want to leave behind, and live with integrity. Because if we have all of the riches and all of the money and we compromise our integrity, then none of that means anything. If it's the opposite and we have all of the integrity, we have all of the pride, and we feel like, wow, we made an impact and we were purpose driven and we served people, then, and we're not super rich, then we have everything. So hearing that it's okay for people not to see the vision, something that I need to hear, because I've had some people in my life where they've kind of questioned the vision that I have, that I feel like God's, given to me for my future. It's put me in a place where I'll like doubt myself. And so hearing that was just like awesome. The AIP thing as well. So me being super picky with brand collaborations and stuff like that, I had a brand reach out to me and they said, hey, we want to give you this free stuff. And I was like, thank you, but can you do something for me? And we ended up working together to improve their packaging, so that way I could accomplish the goal of making AIP more accessible through at least one company. And now their packaging shows like AIP friendly on other AIP products that I sent them. I like verified everything. And I have taken an AIP course as well, just in case you're like, what do you know about AIP? I took a course. I completed the course, so yeah. But that happening and me getting like the actual package and seeing, oh my God, like this actually physically happened. I made this change, going to their website and seeing that I was a part of this change. I didn't make the change, I was a part of it, was just so humbling, and it was a reminder that I needed to keep going. So I think that a lot of us, we struggle with deciding to make those sacrifices, especially in our 20s or whatever age you are. I have seen generations upon generations prioritize, hanging out with friends, with family, having those social gatherings, having, those connections, and they'll really put their dreams and their legacy truly on the back burner for other people, to be a people pleaser, to help other people all the time, like, and stretch yourself thin. If you're watching this and you're struggling and you feel like, wow, why am I not moving forward in life? Why do I feel like I'm stuck? Like, why do I feel like I'm never gonna accomplish these things? I challenge you to look back at your life. Look at the patterns that you had. What are the things that cause you to feel stuck? Me, in my personal experience, that's the only thing that I can share, is I feel like the things that have always gotten me stuck is helping other people. And not that it's bad to serve others, not saying that at all. But I've always been the person that will put everything down for that person, will help a stranger, and literally like spend an entire day when I have stuff to do. I've called off of work for somebody that I barely knew just to spend time with them in the hospital. Like, I have always been that person. It's not bad at all. The only thing bad about it is that it set me back in life because I've done it so much. And it's not just in that way, like with strangers and stuff like that, but it's also in friendships. Like talking on FaceTime for 10 hours, talking on the phone for 4 hours of my time when I could be learning, when I could be reading something, when I can be, working and doing something else. By all means, it's important to socialize. It's important to have community. I just personally did not have any boundaries with that. And because I grew up in a family, in a household where we don't really have boundaries. And in my upbringing, boundaries are not something that are accepted, or are normal. It's very much like everyone knows everything. We are all one. And that's not real. So in order to move forward in life and progress, I have to set boundaries. In friendships, I have to set boundaries for myself, like for my health, for my mental being, for my future, for the purpose that God has for me and the dreams, the legacy that I want to leave behind. I have to set those boundaries and say, hey, I've decided to just hone in on working, and that's totally fine. I'm taking care of my health. I'm taking care of, all these other things. Those are my priority. Just right now, socializing is not my priority. And I know that sounds like crazy to some people, and I have a lot of people in my life where they just don't get it. However, looking back at the pattern in my life and the things that have set me back, it's always been socializing. I know that I'm not the only one, and we are working towards a future where I can socialize, where I can enjoy life and all these things, but what does that even matter if I haven't fulfilled a legacy, if I haven't fulfilled my purpose? What does that matter? So I think it's all about making sacrifice for the vision that God has for you, for the vision that you have for your life, and for your purpose. And it will be worth it in the end. Just stick to the fact that it is okay to not understand. Stick to the fact that it is okay for other people not to understand your vision or the vision that God has for you. And we just have to sit in that, and we have to accept it, that other people will not understand. And it is completely fine. For you though, you need to set boundaries. You need to prioritize your life for once. You need to prioritize your future, the future that God has for you, and the purpose that you want to fulfill one day. I hope that this inspires somebody, to take that step and to start making those sacrifices in order to accomplish their goals, in order to truly live out the life that they want to have for themselves, and to start getting back that ambition that they had. It might not come to you just overnight, but me setting these boundaries have enabled me to have a vision for myself again, enabled me to see the clear vision that God has for my life and pursue it. I know this was like a kind of deep topic. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, go ahead and comment below. And make sure that you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and don't miss any other videos. New videos every week. Love y'all.